New Year yoga flow. So kind of just setting intentions. And in recent years, I've personally kind of moved away from New Year's resolutions just because, I don't know, I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on myself and kind of move towards intentions. So I'm going to do just a little bit of that tonight. And I am going to take my coat off at some point, but it's really cold in my basement, so sorry about that. Anyway, come to sit on a block in Sukhasana, and you can really have either leg in front, doesn't really matter for this part. And just bring your hands to your thighs, with the palms facing down, and just kind of wiggle into the block and close the eyes if that feels comfortable to you. Just take a second to connect with your breath. You can really notice the difference sometimes in your breathing at the end of the day compared to at the beginning of the day. And, there's been a lot of kind of stress and anxiety just around, Omicron and travel and school, and it can kind of really affect your breath without even realizing. So now we're just going to intentionally notice it. And a lot of tonight's class is going to be about bringing intentionality back to our lives, because around the holidays and it's busy, and we're with our kids, and we can kind of forget to just notice what's happening with our own selves. So we're going to be watching the breath, noticing the body, and being intentional with our thoughts. So as we sit here in Sukhasana, just try to resist the urge to fidget. Just really bring a stillness to the body. And for the next minute, we're going to inhale for the count of 5 and exhale for the count of 5. So you can just do this on your own breath cycle, just normal inhales and exhales through the nose, but both of them for the count of 5. Okay, and then return to regular breathing. So like I said, we're going to be thinking about the new year today in class, and the people have different ways of celebrating the new year. For me, I like to write down one thing that I'm proud of from the previous year on a piece of paper, and then one intention for the next year, and then burn them. And that's what personally I like to do. And tonight we're going to be thinking of a word. So just one word that that kind of speaks to you and how you would like to navigate the next year. So that could be something like courage, passion, self-compassion, boundaries, strength. So just take a moment to think of what that word might be and to feel what that word might be. And try to just come up with the first thing that you think about without overthinking it. And then when you have the word, just bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra, prayer position, and repeat that word to yourself inside your head. And this mudra seals the word for you and the intention for the next year. Okay, and then take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to repeat the sacred syllable of Om. Om. Okay, and open the eyes. Come to lay on your back, and bend your knees, and just allow the knees to naturally fall together without pressing them towards each other, and walk the feet to the edges of the mat. Take the hands to the belly for constructive rest. And just notice the rise and fall of the belly with the inhale and the exhale. And again, release any of the gripping in the groins here. So it's okay if the knees don't completely touch. We're just letting go of the tension. And then inhale the arms out to the side, and exhale with each arm to opposite shoulder. And relax the space between the shoulders. Relax the jaw. And inhale the arms out to the side again. And exhale with the other arm on top. And take note of the breath here. So we don't have to do the inhale and the exhale for the count of 5. But just try to maintain an equal inhale and exhale. And then inhale, take the arms alongside the body and walk the feet together. And then exhale, take the knees in towards the chest. And just rock side to side. Giving your lower back a nice massage. And this pose is called wind relieving pose, which is pretty apt. And it's a nice, gentle kind of compression of the digestive system. So it helps your body to process all of that festive goodness. Okay, and I'm going to start to circle the knees a few times clockwise. And then change direction. Try to relax the belly. Okay, and then draw the right knee into the chest and reach the left leg long. Take the left leg down to the mat. And exhale, draw the right knee in even closer. And then take the right arm out to the side and exhale the right leg across the body, looking out over the right shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. Draw the left knee into the chest and reach the right leg long. Good. Press down through the back of the right leg into the mat. And with each exhale, just draw the left knee in a bit closer. And left arm out to the side. Exhale the left leg across the body. And it can be any amount because this is really early on in class. And inhale, come back to center. And if you have a block close by, just grab that. And we're going to keep the knees bent, lift the hips, and place the block underneath the sacrum. Go ahead and just take the time to make sure that it's in the right place. So it leaves about 2 or 3 inches, it's in the triangle part of the lower back, the triangle bone. And then it's about 2 or 3 inches of your bum is below the block. And just allow the sacrum to settle into the block. And draw the belly button to the spine. Exhale, lift the knees to 90 degrees. Keep drawing the belly button down towards the block, towards your spine. Keep the hands on the belly. Just feel the rise and fall of the belly again. Relax the shoulders and spread the collarbones. Good. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. And exhale, slowly take the right foot to the mat. And then slowly take the left foot to the mat. Good. And then lift the hips and take the block away. And keep the knees bent. Bend the elbows, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. And exhale, move the knees forward. Press all 4 corners of the feet into the mat and lift the hips for bridge pose. Draw the belly button to the spine and keep reaching the kneecaps forward. Relax the throat and the lips. Squeeze the glutes. A couple more rounds of breath here. If you feel any tension or tightness in the lower back, just lower the hips a couple of inches. And then exhale, roll the spine down to the mat. And draw the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side a few times. Okay, and then take the feet down to the mat. Arms out to the side, palms facing down. And exhale, take the knees over to the right. And look over the left shoulder. And inhale back to center and exhale to the left, looking out over the right shoulder. Okay, and then inhale back to center, cross the shins and roll a few times along the spine to come up. Good. And then cross the shins and roll through to all fours. Okay, take the hands right underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers, draw the belly button in towards the spine and lengthen the spine through the tailbone and the crown of the head. And then we're going to inhale for cow and exhale for cat. We're going to do this 10 times to get some really nice motion in the spine. And all of the movement comes with the breath. Keep drawing the belly button in towards the spine. And as you move through these poses, you can really start to feel much more movement in the spine. And then complete these poses with the cat, and then come back to neutral. And tuck the toes. And sit the hips back on the heels. And then exhale, walk the hands forward. And you can either take the forehead down to the mat, or you have the option of a block for the forehead. And tent the fingers. So you're pressing the fingertips into the mat, kind of like an active child's pose. Keep sitting the hips back towards the heels. And allow the chest to melt down towards the mat. I'm going to stay here for another 5 rounds of breath. So just to get comfortable, notice where you might be gripping here. Maybe it's between the shoulders, maybe it's the lower back. And press the hands back down into the mat and inhale, walk the hands back. And release the feet. And you can just wiggle the toes if you want. It's pretty intense on the toes. Okay, and then exhale, sit back on the heels. And inhale, slide the chin and chest forward. I'm going to do this 5 times. So exhale, sit back. Inhale, slide forward. And keep the belly button reaching back towards the spine. It's nice strengthening for the triceps and for the core. We get some nice movement in this spine as well. That looks good. Okay, so we'll do this one more time, and then we're going to pause at the top on all fours. Good. Okay, step the right foot out and press down through all 4 corners of that right foot. Engage the inner thigh on the right side and lengthen through the crown of the head and the tailbone. So we've got a nice long spine. And then we're going to do 5 cat-cows here. So inhale for cow and exhale for cat. And this isn't any amount. It can be more challenging when the foot is stepped out to the side. Okay, and then complete the cat that you're doing, and then come back to center. Step the right knee in and the left foot out to the side. And again, press down through the left pinky toe. So we're engaging the inner thigh, belly button to spine, and inhale for cow, and exhale for cat. Okay, and then complete the one that you're on, and come back to center, and step the left foot in. And then step the toes back for plank pose, either on your knees or on your toes. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Reach back through the heels. Keep drawing that belly button in. Nice intentional breaths, especially as it gets hard. Good. Namita, just lift the hips slightly. Good. And then exhale, take the knees down to the mat and come to all fours. Okay, and then exhale, slide the right knee forward to the right hand for pigeon on the right. And you can take the block underneath the hip on the right side if you'd like. And just walk that left foot back. So keep walking the left foot back towards the back of the mat. Good, and just settle down here. Allow the right hip to open. And you can close the eyes if you'd like. And it just helps to notice where you might be gripping. Sometimes we can be gripping and we don't even realize, which is the same just in everyday life as well. You know, each of us has our own area where we hold tension. It's different for everybody, but the first step is just to notice. And then exhale, take the forearms down to the mat. And let the forehead come down to the forearms or to the mat. And inhale, come back onto the hands and slide the right knee back to all fours. Okay, and then exhale, slide the left knee forward and walk the right foot back for pigeon on the left. And again, you can use the block if you'd like. And we're pressing down into all all 5 fingers, I guess, all 10 fingers. And allow the left hip to open. Lengthen the hip flexor on the right side. And you can close the eyes. And just notice if this side or the other side is more challenging to open up the hip. Allow the tailbone to move down towards the mat. And then take the forearms to the mat and exhale the forehead to the forearms. And notice the difference there in the left hip, in the left glute. Keep the right leg engaged so it keeps moving back. Couple more rounds of breath here. And inhale. Come up onto the hands and then slide the left knee back. And tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. I'm going to stay in this down dog for 10 rounds of breath. So if you need a break, you can just come down to the knees and take child's pose. Shift the weight back to the hips. And move the heels down towards the ground. Belly button to spine. You can close the eyes here and just bring to mind the word that you chose for 2022 for you. Just feel that. Feel what that word means to you. A few more rounds of breath here. Okay, and then bend the knees, look forward to the hands and walk the feet towards the hands. And then slowly come to stand. Good, okay. Stand with the feet underneath the hips, all toes pointing forward. And feel all 4 corners of the feet connecting into the earth. Palms facing forward, and just close the eyes here. And mountain pose or Tadasana is such a great way to reconnect with your body, your breath, the nervous system, and connect you to the ground below you. So just take a few more breaths here to notice and feel, and just slow down. Okay, and open the eyes. Inhale the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Look up at the hands, palms towards each other, reach with the fingers, and then exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Let the hands hang, press down through the heels. Relax the back of the neck. And inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Really extend the spine here. So reach back through the hips and reach forward with the crown of the head. And then exhale, take the hands to the mat and step back to all fours. And then exhale, sit back on the hips. Inhale, slide the chin and chest forward. And again, we're going to do this 5 times. So exhale, sit back. Inhale, slide forward. So we're moving with the breath here. Keep the belly button reaching back towards the spine. And the next time you come down to your belly, just stay there for a moment. And then take the elbows underneath the shoulders. And exhale, draw the chest through the arms for Cobra pose. Reach back with the toes. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. And inhale, release. Take the hands alongside the chest, tuck the toes, and exhale, down dog. And pedal out the feet here. Good. Namita, just step the feet forward a little. Good. Looks good. You're good, Caroline. Keep reaching up with the hips. And look forward to the hands. Exhale, walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Reach the shoulder blades back. And exhale, Uttanasana. And then take the hands to the hips, bend the knees, and inhale, come to stand. Okay, just walk the feet together. So all 10 toes are still pointing forward. Press the inner thighs together. Palms facing forward, and close the eyes again for a moment. And feel the connection with the feet into the ground. You might feel a little more wobbly here, just because the feet are together. And you can notice how that feels. And open the eyes. Inhale, sit back in chair pose. Sit back into the hips, reach with the fingertips. And then inhale, take the arms behind you, the palms facing down. Reach back with those fingers. And then inhale, come up onto the toes. And reach forward with the crown of the head and back with the hips. So the knees are behind the toes. So you're really sitting back with the hips. Belly button to spine. Keep reaching with the fingers. And take the heels down to the mat. Exhale, swan dive forward. Uttanasana. Let the head hang, let the hands hang. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. And shift the weight back into the hips. Looks good. Inhale the right leg into the air. And exhale, step the right foot forward and come to stand. So we're going to have a line between the two heels. The left foot is at 15 degrees. Good. Just a millimeter, walk the feet a little bit further apart, so about 3.5 feet. Good. And then bend the front knee towards 90 degrees. Keep rooting down through the back heel. And then inhale the arms for warrior two. So you're reaching forward with the front arm, reaching back with the back arm. Look forward over the front finger. And imagine the tailbone is being pulled by a magnet down towards the ground. And the crown of the head is being pulled by a piece of string. So you're lengthening the spine from both sides. And this is a bit kooky, but it really helps me with this visualization. You can imagine the front hand is looking towards the future, and the back hand is looking towards the past. And then your torso is rooting you here in the present. So we are all made up of the past, the present and the future. Both of you just lift the back arms slightly, a couple of inches. Good. Belly button to spine. And exhale, take the hands down to the mat for plank pose. Good. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. And use this down dog as a restoration, a resting pose. And inhale the left leg into the air and exhale, step it forward. Ground the back foot and come to stand with your feet about 3.5 feet apart again. And root down through the outside of this back foot. So the pinky toe side of the foot, the outside is pressing into the mat. And then bend the left knee towards 90 degrees. But keep that back leg straight. So just look back and make sure that your back leg is straight by pushing the outside of the foot into the mat. And then inhale the arms to 90 degrees, to shoulder height. And reach forward with the front finger, reach back with the back hand. Nice. Spread the collarbones, look forward over the front finger, and pull that belly button in towards the spine. Release the shoulders down, and feel that connection with remembering the past and looking forward to the future. And exhale, take the hands to the mat for plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. And allow the heels to ground, to move down towards the mat. And even if they don't touch, which they probably won't, they're moving in that direction. Nod the head yes, and shake it no. Release that tension in the neck and the upper back. And bend the knees, look forward to the hands, and step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, release the hands and the head towards the mat. And walk the feet towards each other. Press the inner thighs together. And inhale, sit back in chair pose. Reach with the fingertips. Belly button to spine. Good, sit the hips back a little further than the meter. Nice, just like you're sitting in a chair. Good, lift the chest slightly, Caroline. Reach with the fingers. And exhale, Tadasana. Nice, okay, step the feet to hip width apart. And again, palms facing forward, and just close the eyes. And feel the energy in the body after 2 sun salutations. Just notice if it feels different. If you feel more connected, less connected. There's no right or wrong answer. Just noticing. And open the eyes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins. Look forward. Exhale, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Right on the tops of the feet. And inhale, down dog. Pedal out the feet. Turn the brain off here. And bend the knees, look forward to the hands, and exhale, step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. Take the hands to the hips, bend the knees, and inhale, come to stand. Good. Okay, step the feet wide, gain about 3.5 feet. So there's about a foot on either end of the mat. And then take the block at its highest height by the right ankle, or behind the right heel, really. Okay, turn the left toes in 15 degrees, right toes out 90 degrees. And then again, root the outside of the left foot into the mat. So it really feels like you're kind of over-exaggerating the arch of the foot. Okay, and imagine there's a line down the outside of that left leg, which is going from the hip to the heel. And it's pressing down through that line. Okay, and then take the right hand to the block and shift the hips back a little towards the left foot. And again, press down through the back foot. So really the right foot and the right hand is just kind of there for balance. The strength of this pose is in the back leg and the back foot. And then inhale the left arm up to the ceiling. And look up towards the hand. And the right hand is right underneath the shoulder, so that looks good. Reach up with the left hand again. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. And lengthening both sides of the waist here. And creating many triangles with the legs, the arms, the torso. And take the left hand to the left hip, bend the right knee, and inhale, come to stand. Good, parallel the feet. And take the hands to the hips. Press down into the heels. Reach up through the crown of the head, and exhale, fold forward from the hips, keeping the weight in the heels. Keep lengthening the spine. Good. Keep reaching with the crown of the head. And then take the hands to the mat right underneath the shoulders. And exhale, start to bend the spine and take the crown of the head towards the mat. You can bend the knees slightly here if you'd like. Keep the weight in the heels. Reach the sit bones up towards the ceiling. And nod the head yes, shake it no. Just release any of the tension there. And anytime the head is below the heart in an inversion like this, the blood flows to the brain and it calms the nervous system. So to really reap the benefits of it, you need to do it for at least 45 seconds. It also can help you to get rid of any brain fog or bring clarity because the blood is moving to the brain. So if you're ever stuck at work, it's a good idea to get your head below your heart if you can. I'll be here for about 15 more seconds. Okay, bend the knees, walk the hands back a little, take the hands to the hips, and inhale really slowly, come to stand. Bringing the head up last. Good, and then just get your bearings again if you're dizzy. And turn the right toes in 15 degrees, left toes out 90 degrees. And move the block to outside the left ankle or left shin. And again, you've got the line between the 2 feet, 2 heels. Press down into the outside of that right foot. And shift the hips towards the back foot. And exhale, take the left hand to the block. And then make sure that the hand is right underneath the shoulder. So you're not leaning forward. It's just right underneath. Easy peasy. And press down into the back foot again. Shift the hips towards the back foot. And then inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. That looks very nice. Keep reaching with the right fingers. Belly button to spine. Couple more rounds of breath. Take the right hand to the hip, bend the left knee, and inhale, come to stand. And parallel the feet, and then jump the feet together. Good, move the block out of the way, and then come back to stand on the mat. And we're going to move into tree pose on the right. So before we get started, just press down into the left foot, all four corners of that foot, and the toes are pointing forward. And then draw the quad back towards the hamstring, belly button to spine, and find a spot in the distance that you can focus on. And then take the right foot to either the calf or the inside of the thigh. And press the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. And take the hands together at heart center. And feel the connection with the left foot into the mat. It's a really nice opportunity to practice self-compassion and positive self-talk as we inevitably wobble or fall. Just be gentle with yourself. Belly button to spine and reach through the crown of the head. I'm going to stay here for 3 more rounds of breath. Okay, and then take the hands to the hips, move the knee so it's facing forward, and then reach the foot away from you so the leg is straight. Keep reaching through the heel. And then exhale, step the right foot down and shake it out a little bit. We're going to do the same on the other side. So press down through all four corners of the right foot. Engage that quad so you're not collapsing into the right side. Belly button to spine, and then take the left foot to the inside of the right leg, sorry. And then take the hands together at heart center. It helps to not have shiny pants. I have super shiny pants on tonight. I think you do too, Caroline. Press the foot into the leg back into the foot. Draw the belly button in. Firm the shoulder blades. And focus on that point in the distance. Okay, and then take the hands to the hips. Move the knee forward, reach through the left foot. Keep reaching the heel away. Couple more breaths. Keep reaching. And then step it down. Good. Okay. Come down to the mat with 2 blocks. I'm going to sit on the block in Sukhasana with the right leg in front. And the block is at the right side. And settle the hips, settle the sit bones into the block so you really feel the balance between both sit bones. And wiggle the waist long. And take the right hand to the block. And inhale the left arm. And exhale to the right knee. And turn to look over the back shoulder. And again, notice the breath here. Notice the equal inhale and the equal exhale. And with each inhale, lengthen the spine. And with each exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Take the left leg in front and the block to the left side, and wiggle the sit bones, feel that connection, draw the belly button in towards the spine. Take the left hand to the block, inhale the right arm up, really create that nice length in the spine, and then exhale, right hand to left knee, turn to look over the back shoulder. And any kind of twist like this is really nice for the digestive system. I don't know about you, but I have most definitely overconsumed this holiday period, especially with my parents being here and bringing so many good English treats. So it's nice to kind of do some twisting. And inhale, come back to center. Okay, step the feet down so the knees are bent, you're still sitting on the block. Reach up through the crown of the head, belly button to spine, and then exhale, right foot to the left hip, and bring the right knee into the midline, and step the left foot over to the right of the right thigh. And then press down into that left foot into all four corners. Take the block to the left hip, and just allow the right IT band to lengthen here. And inhale the right arm up, and exhale the elbow to outside the left knee, and turn to look over the back shoulder. Okay, just notice where in the spine you feel this. And inhale, come back to center. Step the feet down, so bend the knees. And then take the left foot to the right hip. And step the right foot over to the left of the thigh. And the block comes over to the right side. But before we do anything there, just settle the hips. Lengthen the left IT band. Reach up with the crown of the head, belly button to spine. And take the right hand to the block. And inhale the left arm. And exhale the elbow to outside the right knee. And turn to look behind the right shoulder. And press the tricep into the knee or into the thigh to help you turn into the twist. Don't push the twist too much. Just use it kind of as an anchor. And inhale, come back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Kanasana. And just allow the knees to naturally open out to the sides. So we're lengthening through the kneecaps. And rock side to side a little. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. And then take the left knee over towards the right. And the shin sits in the arch of the right foot. And take the block at its medium or highest height by the right hip. And just allow the hips to open up here. And then inhale the left arm and exhale to the right knee. Again, turn to look over the right shoulder. And bend the elbows. Move them away from each other to help you turn into the twist. And then take the right arm behind the lower back and just start to bind here. Walk the fingertips towards the left hip. And open up the right shoulder. Lengthen the spine. And inhale, come back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together. And the block comes to the left side. Again, just open the hips, lengthen the groins. And inhale the right leg over to the left. And the left sit bone is on the block, right sit bone is off the block. To the left hand to the block. Inhale the right arm and exhale to the left thigh or the left knee. Just use the right hand on the thigh to help you turn into the twist. And keep the spine nice and long. Draw the belly button in. And complete the twist with the neck. So you're looking back over the left shoulder with the neck. And then take the left arm behind the lower back to start the bind. And walk the hand towards the right hip. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Okay, and then inhale, come back to center. Come off the block and come to lay on your back. I'm going to keep one of the blocks close by. Okay, bend the knees, and again take the block underneath the sacrum at the lowest height. Just pause here for a moment. Feel the natural curves of the spine here. Draw the belly button in towards the spine, and then exhale, start to lift the knees to 90 degrees. Feet are flexed. And then reach the right leg up and reach the left leg up. So the heels are reaching towards the ceiling, belly button to spine. Relax the jaw and the throat. And be intentional about the breath here. So when it's challenging like this, which this is, I think, a pretty challenging pose, the legs start to shake. It's really easy to start to hold the breath a little. And this is when it's even more important to complete the inhale and complete the exhale. Keep reaching up through the heels, toes down towards the shins, belly button to spine. And then bend the knees to 90 degrees and pause here. Again, draw the belly button in towards the spine. And exhale, slowly take the right foot down. And slowly take the left foot down. Good, and then take the block away. Keep the knees bent, arms out to the side, palms facing down. And exhale, the knees over to the right. And look out over the left shoulder. And inhale, center. Exhale, left. And look to the right. Inhale back to center. And exhale, knees to the chest. And rock side to side. And circle the knees clockwise a few times. And then change direction. Good, and then draw the right knee into the chest and reach the left leg long. Keep the left leg above the ground, extending through the left heel. And then exhale, switch. And exhale, switch. And really extend through the left heel and then place it down to the ground. And then extend the right leg all the way forward to meet it and then take it down to the ground. And the heels are together and allow the toes to open out to the sides. And take the hands behind the head, kind of in a sit-up position, and lift the back of the skull. And then tuck the chin slightly towards the chest, and then lay the back of the skull back down on the mat. And then take the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. And close the eyes. And just take a moment here to notice where you might be gripping in Shavasana. Maybe it's the shoulders, maybe it's the lower back, maybe it's the jaw. Just notice where it is for you and start to breathe into that area. Bring awareness to it. Notice the breath. Slow the breathing down. We're going to inhale for 5, exhale for 5 for 1 minute. So for 1 minute, just focus on the breath, counting the breath. Okay, and return to regular breathing. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. And exhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side a little. And then roll over onto the right side. And pause here for a second. Press down into the left hand and come to sit in a comfortable position. And bring your hands together at heart center again and close the eyes. I just want you to bring to mind the word that you thought about for your year at the beginning of class. And I wanted to share with you something that I read about this a few days ago. 5 things to strive for this year and every year. And it really resonated with me because it's something I can do for sure, more than goals and intentions. And so the first thing is to respect yourself, which just seemed so simple to me, but so profound because I feel like the next 4 things really come from the basis of self-respect. So the first one is self-respect. The second is to know your worth. So truly, don't just say the words, but truly know how valuable you are. And number 3 is to leave behind what isn't for you without guilt, and to know what you want and to do it without guilt. And number 4 is to honor your boundaries, which I feel is most definitely a part of self-respect, but you have to have that self-respect first sometimes before you can honor your boundaries. And number 5 is to accept what cannot be changed, which I feel is the last few years. It's been such a lesson in just knowing how to be without control. So just remember those 5 things and remember your word. And thanks for joining me tonight. Namaste.